There were things we avoided. We avoided him swinging down the canyons of New York. We avoided him dodging flying police cars.
Yes.
So in this one, it was more about returning to some of that and seeing it for the first time with Tom Holland.
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see.
Bill Metzger, that's a character in the comics that has a bit of a history of anti-mutant activity. So that just has me thinking if you two can maybe speak to what the public's awareness of mutants in the MCU is at this point.
I don't think anybody uses that term. I think people are aware of special abilities. I think people are aware, and damage control was set up in Spider-Man: Homecoming to deal with this influx of strangeness. In Homecoming, it was the weaponry and the vehicles that were left over from the Chitauri battle. And as it's grown, and as you may have seen in Destin's TV series Wonder Man, it is expanded to dangerous people who seem to have some sort of abilities. And I think that's it right now.
Dr. Banner, you found a way to suppress mutating DNA, right?
If you see me with this stuff, run.
I think fans of the Insomniac PS4 games are going to be really delighted with some of the things that they see in the opening montage of this film. Can you talk about to what degree you were looking to intentionally add moves from Peter's kit in that game into this movie?
Those games were, I'm not a gamer. I have played it, but I can't say I have enough time to really play it. But a big portion of our stunt department, our young guys, were huge gamers, and they were, they would put together clips of them playing those games and their favorite Spidey moves, and they'd record it and bring it in, and we'd look at it and be like, oh, that's sick. Can we try to do that in live action? And so yeah, they were direct. There are some very direct inspirations pulled from those games.
Stunts on the day, in camera.
Shooting that opening action sequence was really exhilarating.
This is Destin's third Marvel Cinematic Universe project after Shang-Chi and Wonder Man. What are the qualities that a director needs to have to be asked back repeatedly in that way? And has that changed over the years?
No, I mean, it's very simple. If you make something great and you have a great time doing it with them, you want to do it more. And you're not always lucky enough to have them want to do it with you more. But in the case of Destin, and in the case of Spidey in particular, we were very lucky that he was willing to come in and spend time with Amy and spend time with Tom and signed up for it.
This is the 9th solo Spider-Man movie by my count. Was there anything that previous Spider-Man movies have done that you kind of wanted to avoid repeating in Brand New Day? And then on the flip side of that coin, were there any other adaptations in the past that you kind of looked back to and said, oh, these elements worked well, maybe we could rework those for our story?
Well, it was really about returning to some things, right? In Homecoming and Far From Home and No Way Home, there were things we avoided. We avoided him swinging down the canyons of New York. We avoided him dodging flying police cars.
Yes.
We avoided a lot of those things that are, the absolute Spider-Man imagery that we'd seen so many times and loved, but wanted to try other things. So in this one, it was more about returning to some of that and seeing it for the first time with Tom Holland.
Yes, and he is the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in this movie. And in the movie takes place, on the ground level. And the movie takes place, it doesn't have any less thrills, but, the laws of physics were considered. And it seems like it's all really happening, and that it would be, if somebody could actually do that, we tried to make it feel like that.
We're faced with a threat that can be anyone.
You sure you want to do this, Scorpion?
You think I'm Scorpion?
After Stranger Things, this is the second big press tour that you've had in the last year where you basically cannot say anything about what your character is up to. How has that been for you?
I mean, I just feel a little bit boring, I guess. I just don't have that much to say, which is fine. But yeah, it's funny that this is like the second one in a row where I basically can just talk about nothing.
Is it more stressful, or does it feel safer in knowing like, well, I can't say anything, so I'm not going to give anything up?
I think there's something freeing about it. I do. Like we both have an understanding that like I can't say much. So yeah, it's not as stressful as I imagined.
What is your first memory of Spider-Man?
I mean, I guess like the first Spider-Man movies that I watched were Tom's Spider-Man movies, as they were coming out. But like Spider-Man is just iconic. Like you see it everywhere. And I think since joining and doing this film, I've noticed just how much Spider-Man is just all over. Like there's always like a backpack or like toys and souvenirs. Like it's just everywhere. But as far as like the Peter Parker that I think of when I think of Spider-Man, that's always been Tom. So it was so cool to join him on this.
Growing up with him as your Spider-Man and then getting to, be in a Spider-Man movie with him, how has that experience been, getting to know Tom and whether or not you acted with him, what you thought of him in this movie?
I was really moved by his performance in this movie, just because I think like it's such a different color to the Peter Parker that we've seen in the past, and he's like obviously wrestling with a lot more. But I think Tom did such a beautiful job in kind of maturing him and just adding all these new layers that I think people are like, yeah, are really gonna be touched by it. And yeah, and as far as he goes as an actor and like on set with Tom, it's amazing to watch him work, just because, yeah, he's everything that you'd hope he'd be.
Nice work, kid.
Now, Tom, you've recently talked about really liking the thought of Peter potentially mentoring Miles Morales whenever that character enters the MCU. I've seen the first 20 minutes or so of the movie, and I was very tickled by the fact that there's a moment in that first 20 minutes where Peter saves the life of a young boy and taps him on the head and tells him, "See you later." It kind of felt like the moment in Iron Man 2 where Tony saves what we find out to be a young Peter. Was that an intentional nod at all to the future of that character?
I think that's one for the fans to interpret in their own ways. And, I'm not at this point in time, I can't talk about the future, but if that's what you're taking away from it, then that's something that I'm really happy about.
No.
That's a pretty simple answer.
That was not the idea in that scene. But, I think in every Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man has a relationship with a young boy or a kid who there's a special connection there.
Yeah, and he's certainly the hero of the city, so it would make a lot of sense.
Yes.
You watch enough of these MCU movies, you start connecting dots.
It's a completely fair question.